Greetings there, travelers. This is a drawing that we got done on a past stream. We got some sort of BMX shepherd seed sower up in here, seed planter. We also have this BMX bike up in here. We also have this little squirrel. Now the BMX bike has some fairly, I guess, old school geometry. We got a 44-2 sprocket. We got some vert-esque flatland bars. We got locking levers. We got kind of like the old the Primo seats. We got not 0-degree offset forks. I'm actually kind of curious when the 0-degree offset forks kind of became a big thing. Got some peace signs up in here. But yeah, I guess within this update, we drew this quite a while back, maybe even like a couple months ago back. But within this update, we landed the 5-whip, the 5 fire hydrant. Some people call them pinky squeaks. Some people call them what other fire whips? What other, I don't know what other versions they call it, but shout out to these guys. So one of the very first riders that I saw do the multi-fire hydrant or fire whip, or some people call them pinky squeaks, is this guy right here. Shout outs to Dave Smith, and watch this clip up in here. And yeah, he's one of the very first riders that I saw doing the fire whip, and that's what inspired me to want to learn this trick. So let's watch this clip. Maybe I should turn the volume down. Might be copyrighted music, huh? Yeah, shout outs to Dave Smith up in there. And the other thing is that this guy right here, Michael Dufek, this is kind of the guy that I learned from in terms of the how-to. Now, he calls them pinky squeaks, but I've been noticing that there's many different variations to this trick, which is kind of weird. There's the variation, I guess, that I'm learning, I guess I first started learning because I saw these other guys doing it. They do one scuff on their tire. Now, I will show another variation where they actually do like a scuff and then they put their foot back on it. And it's like a scuff, put their foot back on it. But there's also many other variations. There's a brakeless variation that I think Chase Goen does. And then also there's like a double foot where you're like kind of like running on the tire doing like multi-tail whips. But yeah, I think there should be more how-tos on this trick. Because for some reason, I find this trick completely difficult. I don't know why it's so hard. Yeah, shout out to that guy. Because it literally took me, dude, it took me like 2 years to finally beat like the PR that I had of 4. I think I was on 4 for like the longest time. And so this 5-whip that we landed on this update right up in here, yeah, it took a long time to learn it. Now, I will show this variation as well. Now, this is from the legend himself, Marty Koopa. And this actually, I think this might be the record in terms of the most pinky squeaks. But the thing is he's doing it in a different technique. And what's weird is the how-tos, it seems like they don't really talk about all the different techniques. And there's like, I feel like I've seen like 5 or like 7 different techniques. There's actually another technique I saw on a really old like 80s video, and the dude was like doing it on his frame. Like he's not even, I feel like he wasn't even like putting his foot right there or something. He was like literally just hopping on his frame and catching his frame every time. But yeah, some other techniques I think I've seen some people employ is sometimes when you're doing the fire whip, it kind of feels like Tetris. And you know how like you level up in Tetris as it gets faster and faster and faster. I think I've seen some people, they kind of like slow the whip down with their foot so they can kind of like keep like a steady momentum. But I'm not sure. If you guys have any tips on this trick, I'd love to hear it. Let's watch this legend up in here do this technique. But I don't know if you guys can tell, but he's doing a different technique on this trick. So he's doing like a double, I don't know if I would call it a double scuff technique. But yeah, it is a different technique though. Yeah, shout out to all these riders. If any guys know how to do this trick, it's weird because all the flat riders that I kind of rode with, it seems like none of them do this trick. I know I have asked Bobby Carter. He has given me a lot of tips on the pinky squeak, but also I guess, you know, I guess the fire whip or multi-fire hydrant can be considered almost a whole different trick because it's a one scuff technique. So yeah, it's weird. But anyway, hope you guys have a good one. try your best and have fun. And there's a lot of mysteries in the flatland room. Another thing I've been actually wondering on this trick in particular, this trick of the multi whips, is I'm kind of wondering like how people set up their brakes, or their, I guess, would this be the front? Oh, I guess that would be the back brake. Their front brakes. I'm wondering if a lot of people have a lot of slack while doing this trick, because I kind of feel like I have mid slack while doing this one. Another thing I've also noticed about people that are doing some crazy, like, dude, like going past like 10 tail whips, it seems like a lot of them run these really, really small stems. Like here, check this guy out here. See how he's running that really, really small stem? Now that is something I have actually not used before, and I do have like a smaller stem, but man, I feel like it just makes the bike look so bizarre, you know? I've also been noticing a lot of people are running some pretty offset forks. Now, I don't know, is that changing some sort of thing about how the bike's coming around? I'm not really sure, but yeah, there's not many. I've asked a lot of riders about this trick as well. But yeah, you guys are out there, I feel like you guys should make some more how-tos on this trick, because I've been stuck on it. The most I've done, my newest PR is 7, and it literally, from going to 5, I think, to 7, it took me like another year even just to get to 7 whips. But anyway, we're out of here. Try your best, everybody.